All right, so here we are in Blender, and this is where I'm going to be doing a lot of my iterations for different objects over and over and over again, basically. So here's a kind of like a desert bush I was working on, and I'm not happy with it. So I'm going to probably not entirely remake it, but probably redo the leaves on it a little bit. And I got some background mountains set up and some hills. I'm probably going to rework those again. And this terrain's just kind of temporary, so probably going to end up having to rework this in a lot of different ways. These are not fully finished, so I got to do quite a bit of work on them still and kind of rework these as well. Overall, they turned out all right. I'm pretty happy with those. The connexes are pretty good, but I got to add, I got to do an atlas of them so I can make tan ones, red ones, green ones, and then I want to kind of make sure that things that repeat a lot like that are taken out. So you can see right there that needs to be hammered out, and also some variations on the text on the side and make sure that it doesn't get reversed like that. But on the inside, it needs just kind of a cleaner, cleaner look to it, like the cobalt metal that they're made out of usually. Cobalt steel, cobalt metal, whatever it is. Um, yeah, so I'll keep working on these, but overall they came out pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with that. Could make them a little bit better, perhaps. Maybe make those a little blockier or something. I don't know. This texture is from textures.com, so I don't really got to work on it. It's already set up. It's pretty good. Same with this one. I can make them a little bit better so they're not as tiling looking. You can see that big streak right there, but that'll be something in the future. Nonetheless, this is going to end up becoming a Conics level. Um, just something to run around in and kill people, just for testing purposes. I don't want to do anything too crazy when it comes to like doing structures and buildings and whatnot. But I do want to push as much small details as I can into a level like this, such as like little bushes everywhere. I know you have to have these like 3 meters apart from these ones, but I'm wondering how much grass I can put in here, and just different types of vegetation and more static geometry like just gravel and rocks and just randomness. I want to see what GR does if I start pushing it real hard in that kind of a manner. And so a small, medium-sized level with a bunch of connexes and just a ton of room to play with stuff seems like a good idea. And so it'll be like my little sandbox level where I can just, once it's made, I can all the basic terrain features anyways, and just load it up with connexes and hescos and C wire and just all kinds of fun stuff and see what ends up happening, how far I can push the polygon counts and the limits and all that. Um, so this is going to be a multiplayer map for the most part. It won't be included in a mission set, I don't think, if it goes into the Afghanistan mod. Um, it's just going to be a couple little areas that are split apart arena style, so that you know there'd be a lot of Hescos and just terrain features, and it's just a lot of fun in this one just to get my feet wet. But uh, I'm really curious if I can make these mountains work like that, or I'm wondering if I should do alpha maps for the mountains. I know the skybox when I get around to creating it. This is a HDRI image I took offline. But when I do create my skybox, I'm going to be creating mountains in the background like that as well. And so they should blend out. Whereas like these are modeled, there'll be some like that behind it. And you can see the modeled ones, they don't look too bad. Uh, it sells the illusion that there's mountains back there. And if you're not focusing on those, and you're focusing on running around in here, and you just happen to poke your head around and see somebody running around a corner, that's the idea. Also, I want to try making clouds move. I know you can make texture files stream. I believe Kim's did this a long time ago. Chim's, what you do is you make them move, you scroll them, and so it'll make the clouds look like they're floating by real slow. I'm going to try doing that, but I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to do it on a sphere kind of object and see if I can't make it look believable going all the way across. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'll try it, see what happens. And so it'd be nice to get some actual movement in the sky, you know? It's one of the things I want to push. I want to count how many pieces of vegetation will work at 200 polygons roughly. Things like that. I want to see if I can't scatter just debris everywhere and maybe trick the LOD system into allowing it to disappear. So it won't act like the little fine grass on levels. I'm still going to utilize that, where you put little fine grass on the level, but I want the LOD system to kind of kill off larger objects like gravels and different types of grass and stuff maybe, and see if I can't make it look good. I don't know how that's going to work out, but overall it should look something like this. By the time it's finished, there'll be more to it, but probably be a building or two as well, like a little shipping and receiving office or something. And yeah, so it's going to come along. It's going to come along pretty nice. Anyways, that's it for the video. I'd rather do video updates because it gets annoying to type everything, but also seeing it move around in the screen is, you can kind of sells the illusion a little bit better than just a still photo. So, you know, and then yeah, playing around with the terrain, you know, it's pretty easy to cut in little variations of the terrain here. So I got like a little ditch kind of going on, and then I raised this up. So I mean, just those little tiny variations I think is what makes levels just that much better. I gotta make some textures though for a dirt road. I haven't done that yet. It needs to be done. So we'll get the texture working, and then yeah, it should work out. Should look pretty good when it's done anyways. And then these will get updated. Not too bad. Not too bad considering I feel like every time you make another tree or another bush or another plant, you get better and better at it each time. And it's just not something that you can be like, I'm going to create that and it's done and it's always perfect. Like, you have to really learn how to do it and just practice doing it. Oh yeah, this has to get updated too. This is going to be, you know, something weird about Afghanistan is like the textures of the terrain are so similar, but they're mildly different. So like you can see, this is just a picture of a hillside. Like there's the grass, and then it's just like these little streaks coming down where the rain has eroded the mud and everything. And then so like this texture, I don't know if this is from, I don't think it's from Afghanistan or anything. I don't even know if it's from a desert. I don't know where it's from, but it has kind of a similar look to this, so I'll have to like color match them later. But yeah, you know, little by little, I'll just fix all this up, create my textures and make my variations of my textures, and then start working it all back together. You can see the image here; it's zoomed out. Yeah, it's just like a little muddy area that fell down. Yeah. All right. So yeah, when this becomes, you know, more finished, should look a lot better. Get some higher detailed textures on things like that at some point. So these mountains will probably get remade, but Yeah, the illusion's already kind of coming together. I'm seeing it. I'm thinking it'll look a lot better as I make some final models and polish them up. Should be really cool looking. Should feel like Bagram or something with these mountains in the background. Put in some guard towers near the edges and maybe like some of the bigger gates and whatnot. Make it look more like Bagram. I might put an airfield in here too. I was thinking about it, where you could see the airfield in the distance, and then there's just like a C-17 or something out there. That'd be kind of fun. It'd make it real cool looking as well. Uh, Nonetheless, man, this is all iteration, just little by little, making thing by thing, you know. And that's gonna be the whole next couple of years. Probably I'll be doing this off and on. I mean, I haven't really gone anywhere for since the game came out, so I might as well just keep working on it little by little. I don't think it's going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere, so keep at it. All right, thanks for checking out the video.